Good morning. Good morning. It is Sunday, June 8th, and today on the channel, it's a fishing day. Carlson Paint and Paper, Dane Carlson, owner, operator. We're here on Eastern Long Island, and you're in the paint van. This is a crossover fishing, painting channel. A little bit of travel in there as well. Today, we're going to be headed out to one of my favorite fishing spots in Shinnecock, Long Island. Shinnecock Canal, but first we're going to be making a stop at East End Bait and Tackle and picking up a new fishing reel. I accidentally forgot mine on the roof and drove away when I was in upstate New York. So we're going to be picking up a new Saragosa series, like a 4,000 or 6,000 for some fluke action. Fluke bite is hot. Follow along for today's Sunday chill day. You're live, like I said, in the paint van. Carlson Paint and Paper. So this is actually where I bought my last Saragosa. This is East End Bait and Tackle, and Shinnecock Canal is right around the bend. You gotta drive around the bay. So we're gonna go inside and get a new reel because my dumbass put mine on top of my truck and drove away last time. So let's hit it. Morning, sir. So I showed up today in search of a new reel. In fact, I left with the 6,000. That's the smallest Shimano Saragosa they make. That one right there. $269 is the price tag on that bad boy. So I got that. I got some new string, and my friend gave me a St. Croix rod. But turns out after I put that new reel on my rod, I started fishing, and my line kept snapping. I'm like, what the hell's going on? So right here, I'm setting up my new reel, and I looked down at one of the guides. The guides has a huge chip in it, so it was cutting my line. So I went back to the store, got him to restring the reel, and left the rod for service, and I bought a new St. Croix rod. Pretty much the same one my buddy gave me, just brand new. 6.6 fast action. I think it's weighted for like 3/4 ounce, you know? So it felt good on the combo. Freshly strung Saragosa. We got the 5,000s, the smallest one they make. This is the store that I bought my last one from before I lost it. So they had one in stock. They threw some 15-pound on it for me, which I found for fluke is nice. You want to try to get like as light tackle. It's kind of like trout fishing. You got to use like, you know, you got to be very, they like what they like, you know, you got to like dial it in. So I got some 15-pound Seaguar, which is like super clear, and lightweight tacticals and everything. So we're gonna go around here down to the Shinnecock on the east side, which is quite a bit of ride around the bay, but it's very nice, you know what I mean? You gotta drive through the reservation and all that stuff. We're gonna hook up the reel, we're gonna get it rocking. Thanks a lot to East End Bait and Tackle, and when I catch my doormat, I'll come in here and I'll get a picture with it. Carlson Paint and Paper. Thanks a lot, guys. All right, man. I was wondering why I kept breaking off. I'm like, dude, it was the freaking, check out this rod though. Brand new St. Croix, medium power, fast action. It's fucking sick, dude. Some would say the reel is a little too heavy, but I don't care. I think it's sweet and I love it. 15-pound braid. This is my first like brand new fluke setup. I've only used like my older freshwater rods. So I'm excited to have a nice, my other Saragosa I left on top of my truck, and that is never to be seen again. So a little windy today here at the Shinnecock, but what are you gonna do? You're on the beach, you know what I'm saying? Fluke fishing. I could have swore I got a couple hits. That's why I was setting the hook. See, shit like that, you gotta just watch out because your guides will get fucked up and then you're screwed. I'm sorry for my language. I'm just so aggressive right now. And land out here in Long Island. So what I like to do is I lay it over, I don't know, I was watching YouTube videos when I first started learning how to saltwater fish during the pandemic. So I always did freshwater, but it's a whole different ballgame. Go around one more time. I usually do 5. Bend it back, put it through. And this one, you come this way. I definitely gave myself enough on this one, but I got my debt flies. 1. Now, with this setup, nothing's breaking off. Cut 2, first cast I'll probably break off, watch. That would suck. That's how it always goes. You spend all this time fucking tying shit. But you can't let it win sometimes. You gotta just persevere through it, and then when you catch that fish, it's all worthwhile, baby. All right, tactical angler. It's the one I've had the most luck with. I hate leaving them in the plastic so I always try to take them all out before I get out there, but sometimes you just need to fish, so I just throw them in this bag. Has been the easiest thing for me lately. I've had fishing bags and all that shit, so. Dude, if I slam one today, I mean, they gotta be out there. They gotta be moving in. Today's a nice sunny day. We did get some rain. And these are my favorite too, dude. These ones, so. I'm gonna throw on my sun hat and we're gonna catch some flukies. All right, so first cast with the new rod. The action is nice. Wind though, east-northeast wind. The tide and the wind are like both blowing against you, so you can't make contact with your lure. Nice sunny day. Did not catch any fluke. You know what I did catch? Small bluefish. The exact opposite of what I wanted to. But I was surprised it didn't chew my bucktail up, and it left me my squiggly tail on the gulp still. So a good day out at Shinny. Any day out is a good day at fishing. I'm glad I got a good setup. Altogether, I was in like maybe $450 for the combo kit. And I'll have it forever now, as long as I don't lose it. So one more time, I got to get a rod holder now for either the top of the truck or something that goes inside the truck so I don't damage the eyes or anything like that. That'll be the next step, because you got to keep the stuff nice, you know. Go out and you spend good money. I was glad to support local. They're always hooking me up when I go there with the ins and outs of where and when. Anytime the guy at the store says, the fluke are here, I've slammed them. So take his words definitely true when I'm out there. So I got to go pick up my rod. The eye's getting serviced, and I'll pick that up. He said, you know, I'll call you, text you when it's ready. No big deal. I got a couple days, and then we're headed to Vermont. So got a couple close-ups of this rod. Check it out. The new Saragosa and the new St. Croix rod, man. We're going to try to get on them fluke actions. This is my favorite spot to fish for the fluke, and I'm happy to have a new setup. So hopefully we get some good shots. I'm going to pop right in over here. This is usually a nice rip. I'll be ripping and running. Dude, I'm going to slam them. I just had an ordeal of a morning getting this shit ready, but we're here. We're rocking. CPP. Next week, we'll be coming at you from the Catskills. I might use the same rod for some freshwater fishing. I mean, that's what I do. I usually go back and forth. So make sure you subscribe, follow along for more awesome